This is Drop the Lime from New York City. We are in Coney Island, in the heat, in the lovely carousel wonder wheel. Growing up in New York City was pretty crazy because you have access to such a variety of cultures going on, and everything is constantly alive. Like 24 hours a day, you can go out, go to like a bar, or go to a grocery store, bodega, whatever, you know, go to a movie. You're constantly stimulated, and it spoils you for trying to live in any other city. I mean, as a producer, if you're like walking around on the street, there's so many cars playing so much different music. There's shops always playing music. There's music just like all the time, all around you in your environment. And I think that all has a huge influence on production and as a DJ. A lot of my tunes are like the titles are dedicated towards New York City, and even like my last album, We Never Sleep, was a dedication to the constant like bustling of the city and the never sleeping, you know, city never sleeps. Yeah, both my parents, my mom's a photographer and my dad's an abstract painter. My godfather is Saul LeWitt, who is a pioneer in the minimalist scene, and I was raised in the mentality of like, do what you believe in, follow your dreams, and I was extremely lucky to have parents like that who were supportive of me. In high school, I went to PPAS for 3 years, which was a public school in Manhattan and a professional performing arts school, and I was in the gospel choir. Mrs. Ziza, God bless her, she was fantastic. She was a tough cookie, but she definitely had a lot, had a hand in me singing now. It's got a lot of the songs that I was singing back then that were gospel has a huge influence on the way I sing now. But we're talking like, we had Alicia Keys in my choir. We even had Britney Spears come through the school for a good like 2 semesters. It was very like, hold your head up high, Jesus is coming down. Well, I'm far away, I know you can hear me. Well, I'm far away. I love Chicago House. It has a huge inspiration on me now, huge influence, you know, and definitely the whole gospel house vibe and energy of that I must be attracted to that because of being in a gospel choir when I was a teenager. I was at Bard College studying jazz guitar, and still I was DJ, but I wanted to focus on scoring music for films and doing jazz music. And I met this teacher, Bob Balecki. He was a true pioneer with electronic music, and Richard Teitelbaum, and they had a huge inspiration on me, inspiring me to learn how to use things like MIDI and this program Max MSP. They really pushed me to push the envelope and do just like noise and experiment with sound, and that definitely had a huge influence on me taking a risk more in production. Now, who am I?
Who are you?
Where am I right now? I'm dropped the line? It is so hot out. Curses!
Curses!
I started this alias when I got more and more into club music, and I was doing more like 4/4, very Chicago house influenced music. Randomly on MySpace, I get a little message from this guy JR, who runs a label called Institubes in Paris, and he's like, "That Hungry for Love tune on your MySpace is amazing. We want to put it out." New project. Let's call it Curses. As a Sicilian, I am very superstitious. This is my saint medallion. It keeps the witches away. Because there's witches up in here. There's witches in the corners. There's witches. The album that I'm finishing up right now, I'm having a lot of guest vocals on it. And then I'll sing a hook here and there, or it's more collaborative with other artists. We got Alicia Keys guest vocaling. We have will.i.am. We have Akon. Dr. Teeth, and we have T-Pain. It's almost like if you took Mum and threw it in a blender with Luca Shade and T-Rom Schmear, and then drank it and pooped it out. Hey, listen to this. I want the blueberry daiquiri. Daiquiri?
One?
Oh, no, Sweet Show is the new biz.
I'm hot.
Yeah. Sweet Show. Like Techie likes to go. Techie Latex likes to go. Sweet Show. Ho, 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 ho. And then I'll go. Sweet Show. Ho, 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 ho. And then everybody will go. Sweet Show. Ho, 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 ho. Sweet Show.